Hello.
Oh, it was a different tone today.
Hey everyone.
Hey, it's been so long.
I think we're just excited because we didn't get to record last week, so we're back.
Yeah, because Vivian was away.
So
And it was my birthday last week, so I'm now
23.
29.
23. 23, and this is episode 29. 28.
Oh no.
Yeah, last week was 27.
Yeah,
Or the week
okay,
before
it's
that.
28.
So it's episode 28.
And
Orna is 23 years old.
I'm 23.
I'm 25 years old.
And I was talking to my boyfriend last night, and I was like, I can't remember, but anyway, we got onto the topic of age because I'm an ageist and everyone knows that. But I was looking back at a picture on his Instagram from 2019, and I was like, oh, that wasn't like, what was that, like 2 years ago? And he was like, oh no, that was 4 years ago. And I was like, oh my God. Because, you know, the last festival I was at was when I was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago in May.
Yeah, there's a good one coming to Thailand.
Yeah, I
so
seen that
Cardi B
one.
and shit.
Yeah, unreal.
Fucking hell.
Seen that one. But anyway, how was 2019 4 years ago? Can we all just, it was because of the C word. But that
Yeah.
nothing seems too
Yeah,
long
it was
ago,
like a
if
stop
you
in
get me.
time. The Matrix was on pause.
It was actually so good though. Remember Banana Bread TikTok?
Banana bread
Walks,
TikTok.
26,000 steps a day.
Courtney Black hit workouts.
Courtney
in the back
Black hit
garden. If you remember, if you know, you know.
Yeah, that was the best.
But we're back. Happy to be here. Thank you everyone
did you
for.
say?
Is it we're back? Happy to be here.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Happy New Year.
Happy to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We thank everyone for the support.
Thanks,
and
everyone.
No, but
This will be the last. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry,
oh my
better
god.
not say that.
Oh my god. This is not our Valentine's episode.
1st of February.
Oh, everybody. Well, we're recording today on the 1st of February. When you guys listen to it, it'll be the
okay with that.
3rd of February.
3rd of Feb, yeah.
But this is not our Valentine's episode because thankfully we'll get in to record next week. We have little Valentine's nails.
We actually have kind of matching nails.
We got
a little
matching
bit.
nails, but you guys listening can't see them. We'll put a picture on our. They might even make a feed pic, you know, because they're actually that cute.
Or a little TikToker.
A TikTok, who knows? I'm wearing red. Should have saved this outfit for next week for Valentine's, but
Valentine's is in 2 weeks.
yeah, but our Valentine's episode will be the one
Oh,
next
yeah,
week's
you're right,
episode.
you're right,
So
you're
I'm
right.
wearing red in the festive spirit, but yeah, it's February, the 1st of February. What's your February intentions? Any intentions?
To come out of my comfort zone a little
I thought
bit.
you were saying to come out full stuff. I was like,
No. To come out of my comfort zone, like in terms of maybe just do more things that I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
say
usually
yes to
do.
more.
Yeah, but
So
not, like,
easy to
going
just
and
be like, I'm
party,
just gonna go to the same coffee shop, eat the
I know.
same food every day.
It's like the same cycle.
It's like, do you want to do something spontaneous? No.
Me and Evie are doing something spontaneous, to be fair.
Spontaneous on the weekend.
We're going.
We're like, do you want to do something? No, we'll just stay home. Actually,
Yeah.
no, this week it's gonna happen.
We're gonna go away for it.
That's like me. I actually made this thing called a dripping tap list, and like it's basically your list of procrastination things you've been putting off just because you're like, I'll do it. And I actually did tick off some of them this week so far. Well, it's not even. Well,
I
I
do that actually.
I did tick off some on Monday that I was like, okay, I just need to get this over and done with.
Yeah.
So it's called the drip and tap list, because you know the way sometimes you have a drip and tap, you're like, I'll get that sorted, and you never do.
It's
So-
like putting your bowl in the sink and saying you're gonna wash it, and then you
Yeah.
leave it there for like another hour or something.
So write your drip and tap list of things you're going to get done, and you just feel so much more accomplished and positive when you're like,
And proactive.
because so often the time we're just like, oh yeah, I will do that, and that same like, oh yeah, I will do that mindset we're going about our life doing as well. So when you
It's like,
actually take
I'll
action-
do that never comes. You just
Yeah,
keep doing it.
so when you
yeah,
just take
yeah.
the action step and get it done, you're like, okay, well I can do this with going to the gym, and I can do this with asking my boss for that
Yeah.
promotion, and I can do this for applying for that new job. Like
Speak-
it kind of puts
yeah.
it in motion, you know, for you.
Speaking of the gym, I need to go to some things.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the gym after this as well. In the middle of the
Midday,
day,
we'll
midday.
see. Yeah.
Work break. But yes, February, I'm gonna start a new journey this month. Can't wait to share with you all what I'm up to.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what are you talking about, weirdo?
But yes, it's good.
Yeah.
New month, new
New
goals.
months, new goals.
Or maybe
I
the
don't
same
really-
goals, and you're just gonna actually
I don't really have anything
put
planned
them
this
into
month, to be fair.
practice.
I need
Yeah.
to. Do you know what? I used to write at the start of every month like my goals for that month, and I haven't done that in I don't know how long.
Same, because it just makes me feel
Like
bad.
I
'cause wouldn't
really
get
haven't
them.
done that since I moved to Bali. I don't think that's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I have
something.
nothing planned. No Valentine's Day plans yet, guys.
No,
It falls on a Tuesday,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah, but we can talk about that more next week.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Get a bit of a poll up on the Instagram. Get some voting.
Some drama going. February is 28 days long this year.
Yes,
it's a leap
that's
year.
what I was going to say. Did January feel like the longest month of the year? Because
No, not really.
I didn't have any January blues because we had great weather.
Neither did I, thank
Like,
God.
I had a lot going on. But it did feel like a long month. You were like, geez, like, Christmas did feel like quite a while ago.
Yeah, to be fair.
Like, how long ago does it feel like you've had this phone for?
Too long.
Since your
No, do you know
phone
what? It's
got
doing me
robbed.
great. Like, I've been making all my little TikToks on this phone. I was like,
It's an iPhone 8, isn't it?
it's an iPhone 8. The camera quality is 10 out of 10. No, when I'm out with my boyfriend, he has a different phone, so I just, like, take his phone and just airdrop the videos,
Yeah.
which is an effort, so I don't really ever do. I just use this all the time. The battery on it isn't that great, but it does the job. But anyway.
It's doing the job, you know, it's bringing us
I
back to
don't mind, to be
our
honest.
Nokia days.
Yeah, it's not that, like, it's fine.
You're lucky to have a roof
Yeah,
over
I'm
your head
lucky to
and
have a phone. You know what I mean?
in your pocket
It's
and
perfect.
food in your fridge.
Literally, it gets me around.
Yeah.
It just, do you know what? When stuff like this happens, it really just shows me that you don't need a lot. Like, you don't need all the things
The
you think
latest
you need.
one,
Like,
yeah.
you know? So that's why I'm going back to a BlackBerry.
Yeah. To Samsung Taco.
Yeah, oh my god, remember that?
But anyway, we'll just dive in. We'll just dive into our first
right
segment, which is diving deep. Cue the scuba.
I always forget to breathe in and breathe out. I'm not even joking.
Take a nice deep breath with us,
Oh my
guys. Anyway, so we had a poll up on our story.
Yeah, we did.
And, you know,
Personal and public.
Personal story and Serotonin Sister stories. And the votes were quite interesting. Well, let's see your one, actually.
Mine one wasn't.
I mean...
Actually, let me see mine. I don't even know what mine is. Mine is very... Okay, what do you think it is? So the question was... Your BFF has an enemy. Option. That's my enemy too. Or, no, that's between them. So what do you think mine would be? Don't look at yours. What do you think mine would be?
I think yours would be...
Like, who gets the higher vote? Why are you looking at mine? Go on yours.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. Yours would be... That's between them.
At what, like, percentage?
Fucking hell. Do I look like a statistic person? I'd say 40% that's my enemy too. 60% that's with them.
No.
No.
That's my enemy too is winning on mine.
Fucking hell, mate.
55%. And now that's between them at 45%. So...
Well, would you believe on my story...
Well, on mine...
Well, on me... 66%... That's my enemy too.
Really?
And 34%, nah, that's between them.
Oh my god.
So before we read out the...
I'm actually a bit shocked at that, to be
the
honest.
feedback that we got, because we did get lots of feedback, thanks people. What would you pick?
No, that's between them.
Same.
But like, okay,
I'm a peace protector.
But like, I'm trying to think, like, say... I don't even want to put myself in this situation.
Okay,
say
I
in a
think it's
hypothetical
circumstantial
situation.
for a start.
Yeah, but say in a hypothetical situation, your boyfriend cheated with your best friend, and I know your best friend, I'd be like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? I'd be real annoyed
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what I
best
mean.
friend.
I think it's circumstantial. I wouldn't
really speak to her, but I wouldn't be like, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, okay. Like, I think it's a more of a protect your peace thing.
Yeah, same.
If the extremity of that situation happened, I would not be like, hey, let's go shopping, let's meet for a coffee. But I still wouldn't be like, you're a fucking hoe if she walks by me. But
same with anything, I'd just be so upset, whatever the
I just wouldn't be going out my way to be friends with this girl. So they're not like my enemy, but I wouldn't be friends. But say if it was just like you didn't like a girl because she stole your pen in first class, or like, you know, then I would say, nah, hon, that's between you two. Like, I'm still gonna be friends with her.
I still wouldn't create drama. Like,
no.
But again, I guess it's not your enemy. I just wouldn't be close to that person. Like, I'd just be like, let them pass.
It's definitely circumstantial. It depends on the severity of the situation. If it's just a dislike, then I'd be like, okay, you can have reasons that you don't like her. She's nice to me. I like her. She hasn't done anything wrong in my eyes. I'm gonna be friends with her. But if it was like that, like she cheated with your boyfriend or something.
Or if she was like really horrible to you, calling you names, like nasty to you.
Or talking about you,
it's not that's not my enemy too, but I, by her actions and her being mean or him being mean or whatever the fuck, I just wouldn't want to be around someone like that because
Yeah.
obviously their intentions aren't good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I would be a peace protector and say that's between them if it wasn't a
Same.
serious situation, because I'm not going to be like...
But still, I don't
taking
think
on
it would
other
ever
people's
be my
shit.
enemy. I just don't. What's the point of having enemies? Like,
Yeah,
that's just bad
I don't
energy.
have any enemies. It's just be like, I'm not bothered with you now.
Same.
I'll just be like, hi.
I just
and then
cut the cords
cut
between me and you.
contact.
Cut the ties.
So I'll read out all the feedback. Someone said, depends on what the person's done. Again, someone said, depends on the situation. So yeah, circumstantial. To be honest, depends on why. To be honest, depends on why. Is she over dramatic? I wouldn't be enemies. I wouldn't be the enemy of a BFF anyway, but silly to hate. So is your friend just being over dramatic and doesn't like her because she stole her pencil in first class? Like, or I wouldn't be an enemy because it's silly to hate, but yeah, it just wouldn't bother with you.
I think hating anybody is a waste of time, and it just hurts you more than it hurts anybody else, because nobody, like, they don't feel that hatred that you have for them. You only feel that, and like, ew, like, hatred is such a toxic emotion.
The Buddha says it's like drinking poison.
Yeah,
and
but it's like,
person
okay,
to
I don't
die.
know, say if somebody killed your family, like, that's an awful, but I think you're just mourning the loss of your family.
Yeah.
Rather than like, okay, I don't know, of course you wouldn't like that person. And
Yeah.
You wouldn't want that person
but
to
it's like,
live, probably.
if I hate, oh, that hurt.
Same, I don't even like the word hate. I don't like the word hate.
If I hate you, it's like my blood is boiling.
It's like if I bring that girl or that boy or that person up in the situation and you're like, grit your teeth or like get annoyed, like, that's only causing pain to you.
That's what I mean. It's like if I hated you, like, my blood is boiling and like I'm going
when you've seen me
when I'm looking at you, but you were just living
like,
your life over here,
drinking my
your
coffee,
water, like haven't got a clue that thing. So like the only person that emotion is really affecting is me.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
100%.
not that you like, okay, you can have your reasons to not like someone, like you said, if they fucking kill your family or whatever.
Yeah.
God for feck mid. But you don't need to. It's hate, like holding that hatred and that grudge and stuff against someone is just affecting you. And until you realize that, you're going to be like a prisoner to your own.
It's like in Top Boy.
You're going to be a prisoner to your own, like, emotions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, someone else said, it's between them and nothing personal to me, but I just stay away from them. Basically, I'll just be civil with the enemy of the BFF.
Someone said on mine, sorry, I'm yawning, it's so rude. Depends on the context. Some girls would be like, well, they did nothing to me. That's true.
Yeah,
but then it depends on the context. And then some other person said, before turning 25, it was always their enemy too, but now that they're older, they just value peace way too much. Which is
so when you're young and like
very true.
You're in primary school or secondary school, you're like, my friend doesn't like her, I'm not going to like her either. But when you get older, you realise like, okay.
But like, I think you just do that to want to be people please, you know what I mean? Like you want to be part of the gang.
And fit in. But now when you get older, you're just like, look, that's between them. Like, I'm just going to be civil with that person, or like I'll say hi, goodbye, you know?
Yeah, I just don't, yeah, exactly.
Someone said, if they did them wrong, it's my enemy too. But if it's just a dislike, that's their problem. And someone else said, depends on the circumstances and their reasoning. So yeah, it's pretty... I think number one, we'd say it's circumstantial. And number two, if it's just a dislike, okay, that's between you guys, whatever happened between you guys. But if it's like if they proper did them wrong, like cheated, you know, hurt them.
Like, say if you were in a group of 3 friends and then you and me and you are like best friends, and then there's another girl and then this other girl goes and gets at your boyfriend, I'd be like, well, I personally don't want her near me because I have a boyfriend and she's probably going to do the same to me. It's like, she's not my enemy, but I don't condone that behavior. So I want her out of my life, you know?
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, it was a good...
good interaction, guys.
It was a good
Thanks
interaction. We actually did get a lot of stuff sent in on that one. Good opinions. So thanks.
We should ask one that's more tricky.
More triggering. No, I'm joking. Yeah.
That's tricky. Like really specific.
That requires
that can't be circumstantial.
If anyone has any...
But I feel like everything can be circumstantial.
Yeah, things can definitely be like, oh, if the shoe fits. Like, we could bring up a topic and that could be relevant in your life and you're thinking, fuck, are they asking that about me? But, like, I mean, you know, all situations are...
You could relate to yourself if you really wanted to.
You know, if you find a way. It's like sometimes when you pick angel cards and you're like, is this actually my angel card or am I just finding a way for this to relate to
Well,
my
sometimes
life.
they don't relate, and you're like, well, that doesn't relate, and maybe it will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I did my cards the other day, didn't ask a question, just asked for some guidance, and I got yes. And I was like, maybe that will make sense tomorrow or something. You know?
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah, if anyone
poll.
has any interesting like topics that you think are like, okay, controversial to an
Juicy.
appropriate way, then please let us know, because we do look for topics to talk about.
Even if they're really controversial, send them in.
Yeah, even
We'll make it like
18s and over.
a
Relevant.
comfortable space of debate.
Yeah, I would debate.
What was it again?
A Carja, a moon Tory.
What's the next part?
I don't know, I can't
A
remember.
Monavi is French.
But yeah, so we'll get right into our next segment, which is Stuck in the Mud. Stuck in the Mud. This
Similar.
week we got a dilemma
I'm so
in,
proud.
and
It's
it really, it really struck the heartstrings, because we've all kind of been there, I think, or we know someone who has, and it's just not a nice feeling.
I don't know what this is.
Anyway, someone said, me and my ex broke up 2.5 months ago, and he has already had a new girlfriend. How do I deal with this? And she said, by the way, he also said when we broke up that he wanted to be single to focus on his work, but now he has a new relationship. So that is heartbreaking,
That is
because
really hard. And like, especially
if
that
your
he's
ex
the one
breaks
that
up with
ended it.
you and then he says, look, I just want to be single, I want to focus on my work, my career, like it's not the right time for me, and then like within the space of 2.5 months he has a new girlfriend, you're like, fucking bitch, I thought you said you want to be single. So how do you
it's
deal
really
with that?
tough.
You know what I mean? Because now you're going to be saying, okay, well, it's going to force you to almost take the blame on yourself and say, okay, what was wrong with me?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but I can
you're
see
gonna
how you
do
can
that.
go into that
Okay,
mind frame,
yeah,
because you're
100%.
saying he said he wanted to be single to focus on work, and now he's with a new girl, so it was obviously me he didn't want to be with. You know, like that would how your mind would automatically
yeah, but
go.
then bring yourself back to the earth and say, we were obviously just not suited, and I don't want someone who doesn't fucking want me. Turn it back on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want someone that doesn't want you.
Yeah.
Why? Like, if they're leaving you, they're doing you a favor, basically.
Yeah, I see.
They're giving you space for someone who's more suited to you, more suited to your values, who's going to love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you want to be with someone who wants to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to beg someone to be in your life.
Or want to stay.
Friendship-wise, relationship-wise, anything. And I think that's like, I seen it on, I think it was the girls' bathroom on their YouTube video, when Sophie introduced YouTube video. And they were saying like, okay, yeah, breakups are really sad, and we're always like, oh my god, why doesn't that person want me? And like, we're mourning the loss of that person, which is totally acceptable.
Yeah, 100%.
But also sometimes you're entitled to get angry and be like, what the fuck, man? As in like not be like, why don't they want me? Be like, okay, well, like, fuck you, you don't want me, I don't want you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be more empowering. Like,
yeah, 100%.
a lot of the time we don't allow ourselves to be angry about
like,
situation.
when you're in that upset stage is when you're like feeling like real like sorry for yourself, and you're like, oh fuck, there must be something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And stuff. But when you get past that stage and go to the anger is when you're like,
yeah, and like, you should be angry about it. You're entitled to be angry, and anger is not a bad feeling. Anger is like a powerful feeling that allows you to step forward and be like, okay, well, you're lost, pal, because you don't want to be with me. Like, I don't want to be with you because you don't want to be with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, allow yourself to feel all them feelings out, because I would be devastated as well if that happened, to be fair. Like, I'm like trying to put myself in that situation. I would be really upset.
But I think the best piece of advice you just gave there is like, you want to be with someone who wants to be with you.
Like, did you ever see that video? I don't know who the man's name is, and we'll find it and put it on her Instagram. It's like, if somebody wants to walk out your life, let them go.
Yes,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Because you just create yourself more stress, more drama by trying to keep that person there. It's like when people are like, if your man is going to cheat, he's going to cheat, and you're just going to create more stress within your own mind and your own body, being like, please don't cheat on me, and doing everything in your power not to have that man cheat on you, or not to have that man walk out of your life. But it's like, you can't control, you know what I mean?
It's like the vibes you're giving out, not as desperate, like, you're not a desperate person at all, but like, really look within yourself and be like, I'm actually amazing
and valuable,
and I value myself. Like, I am a good person, I'm gorgeous, I have a great personality, I'm funny.
I think that's a good thing to do as well. When someone breaks up with you,
oh god, yeah,
list what you like about yourself and what values, because then you can be like, okay, well, they're missing out on my funny
and like, what have you
maybe
you can't do this right now, but what have you learned from that relationship? Like, maybe that relationship wasn't a total waste, and like, he just broke up with you and that was it. Like, I'm sure you learned something, and maybe you're learning something from the breakup process as well as, like, I remember I got broken up with when I was 19, and it was an awful.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I broke off
Laughing's
when
a
I was
coping
19, and I was
coping
like,
mechanism.
Mom, I love him. And she was like, oh my fucking God. Like, just let it go.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And then we were going to the park together, and you were like, oh, I need to just stop talking about it now. And then I was really upset, but then I got angry. And then when I got angry, I got fucking glow up. And then obviously I didn't hold on to the anger. I wasn't like, I hate him. Like, I needed to go through all them stages to come out the other side. And then I was like, actually, then I started putting all the attention I was giving him back into myself and like improving myself, like doing things that make me feel good, like filling up myself, filling up my own cup, being like, okay, what will I do that makes me feel good? I'll go on walks, I'll read books, I'll meditate, I can do this, I can do that. I have so much time now for myself to like for this healing. And then I chopped my hair off and then
You know, as a girl do.
and then I literally just felt amazing. Not because
Yeah.
of the hair, but it's just because I put all the time that I'd spend worrying if he liked me or if he didn't, or even the time I'd spent with him back into myself.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing to do in a breakup, you know?
Yeah, so like if you, like I think you're allowed to go through, there's like so many stages of breakup,
Yeah,
like,
it's like
okay,
grief.
oh my God, what's wrong with me? Why does he like me? He said he want to be single now, he's with this girl, she's obviously better than me, blah, 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 blah. Then, okay, you know what? I actually am a fucking queen.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
queen.
okay, I have a good personality. Like, I gave him all that. Like, I was such a good girl to him, and he clearly didn't see that for himself, so his fucking loss.
I also have an input.
And then you're like, okay, now it's time to put that back into myself. It's like 3 stages, and then you're like, you know, the mourning, sadness stage, the anger stage of fuck him, his loss, and then the action step.
So
what am I
that's
gonna
like,
do about it?
yeah, that's like empowering yourself.
Girls, like, you could be like, okay, dealing with your feelings and like, you know, use this breakup as like a glow up and as like a way to fill your own cup again. But boys sometimes don't want to deal with their shit, and they just like get with another girl to get over another girl, get under another one, you know what I mean? So like, he might not, like, this girl could just be a rebound girl for him as well, and like, or maybe they will be,
Or
like,
maybe she might be, but who cares? I mean, of course you care, but like, we can go about our day guessing whether she's the love of his life, whether she's not, whether she's a rebound, whether she's this, whether she's that. Put all that energy that you're thinking into that relationship, put it back into yourself, because you're not giving your energy away to anyone else. Just put it all back into you and be like,
wish them well,
this has happened,
you know. And like, it's sometimes easier to cope with things as well when you're like, okay, well, like, I'm sure she's a lovely girl and I hope they're happy together, instead of being like we said, using that hate again, being like, fuck him, and then using like that hate hurts you, and it doesn't feel good when, you know, it doesn't feel good when you bitch about people. Do you know what I mean? So again, like, try avoid the hatred, try be like, okay, well, wish them well, now it's time for me to shine, I'm a great person, and then, you know, like, just not enjoy the experience, because it's hard to enjoy the experience, but just know that like, your pain has a purpose,
and it is going to get better as well, and you will be like a different person when you come out the other side, or like just progress, like you will be, and you'll even notice the change.
Do things
in yourself
that fill your own cup up, like, you know, if you want to take yourself out for a pizza date, or you want to spend a lot more time in the gym because it'll make you feel good, or you want to cut your hair or get your nose pierced, or I don't know what you want to do, like, just do the stuff that you know is going to make you feel good. More so the stuff that's going to make you feel good in the long run, not like the stuff that's going to make you feel good like going out and drinking and partying because you're like, fuck it, I'll forget about it and I'm going to get loads of attention off guys at this party, because that's going to make you feel worse in the long run.
The Debbie Downer that you get after alcohol is not it sometimes, you know?
So more so do stuff that you know is going to make you feel good. Like, if I finish reading this book, I'm going to have a wealth of knowledge and I'm going to feel so accomplished.
And I feel like you're so motivated when you're going through a breakup as well. Like, you're so motivated to do things, like read, like just better yourself. Yeah. You know?
So right now, it feels like the worst thing in the world and you think you're never going to get over it. But you're gonna have like, you're gonna be like, it's one of those things you're gonna be like, thank God I didn't end up with him, and thank God I went through that, because I am the person I am today.
Yeah, it will really make you.
Yeah,
100%.
It's gonna make you. It's not gonna break you.
Yeah,
it's only gonna make you. But yeah, wish you well, wish you healing, because we all know the actual emotional and physical pain you feel when you're going through that shit. Not the vibe. The vibe we're on.
It's not.
But anyway, we'll get into our next segment, which is red flag repellent. Wearing the red, supporting.
I'm not in the red.
This is kind of from the side of the boys who do this kind of shit, you know, who break the girls' hearts, and you know, you mean.
You're representing the red flag section. I'm representing the diving deep, because I look like the ocean and algae.
Ocean and some shitty water in there.
Some sewage.
So someone sent in on anonymous, but thank you for sending in. So my ex used to like lingerie and bikini pictures and followed other girls, but he would always unfollow someone else so that his following count never went up or down.
The stress of that.
Once in the 6 months that we dated. Okay, so this guy would like girls' pictures, and all he knows how girls' brains work when some of them look at the following.
Okay.
So if he
Fair
followed
play
a
to
girl,
him.
he'd unfollow another one. So
That's
that's
quick
That's
maths.
very
Really good
sly.
maths.
But was controlling over. Okay, so he would do all this, but he was the one that was controlling over her speaking to friends that were boys.
Always the
And
way.
they were friends for years,
Always the
like
way.
before he was even in the thing. So
Always the
he
way.
was the one that was like obviously sly and was like it or unfollowing girls that his following count never went up. But then if she talked to boys that she was friends with for years, he would have a problem with it.
Yeah, always one rule for them.
Isn't
one rule
it?
for
Yeah,
you.
it's like those boys that are the ones that are like paranoid
self-conscious.
because they do it themselves, you know?
Yeah.
I confronted him about liking and following it's next part. I confronted him about liking and following the other girls, and he called me controlling and gave me the silent treatment for almost a week.
Breakup on. If you haven't already. Sorry.
So she said, this comes to a beautiful happy ending. Lol. Ended it, and because I think it's so muggy and a step below cheating if he is liking half naked pics.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things wrong with that.
Get it, girl?
Because I think the way he's gaslighting you is disgusting, number one. And then being controlling, number two, is also not okay. You need to trust. And obviously you can't trust him because he's giving you reasons not to. You're not giving him any reasons not to trust you. Yet because he's doing distrustful things in his relationship, he's then thinking you're doing it too, or he's insecure that you're doing it too because he is doing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time boys are like, or girls, sorry. We always target boys, but girls as well. Be like, oh, don't cheat on me, and then they're going out and fucking cheating on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they know like how capable if they're capable of, they're like, oh well, she could be.
I just think
capable
it
of
comes
too.
from insecurity. Like,
Yeah.
you do things when you're insecure. Like, maybe they cheat because they're insecure to make them boost their ego.
Yeah.
So then they're insecure. So when you're insecure, you think people are going to leave you. So therefore, he thinks she's going to cheat on him as well.
Yeah.
The cheating comes from a place of insecurity, and then the fear of cheating comes from a place of insecurity.
Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah.
all stems from literal insecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm happy that we had the resolution and she made the right step.
Yeah,
anyway,
well done.
Like, well done. That was really, really powerful.
Because none of that is
really
easy.
inspiring.
Like, it's like you could think to yourself right now, oh, if my boyfriend was to like girls' pictures or text another girl, I'd be like, fuck him, like, I'm out of there. But like, it's the emotional detachment that's like really hard to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that because we could have still been together. And like, you're playing all these scenarios in your head that just isn't real life.
Yeah.
So then like you're like making yourself more in love with them, but it's just not the what's in front of you.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
the what is rather than the what could be.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. But that's disgusting, him gaslighting.
And yeah, I think you're right when you say it's a step below cheating, like if he's
Yeah.
liking half naked pics. But the fact that he was even like quick maths enough to be able to like
Jesus
unfollow
Christ,
and
that's
follow
so
people.
calculated.
Yeah, like
isn't it?
he knows clearly he knows what he's doing was wrong if he's trying to hide it, basically.
And he's doing that with the intention. Like, he knows what he's doing. And
Yeah, he's trying to
literally,
hide it.
going through it like, oh, God, yeah. So I follow 39. Right. Unfollow this girl. I'll follow that one.
So I'm still on 39.
And I'm still on 39. He must have got an A+ in his junior cert maths to be that good at it.
Honestly. But, yeah, thank you for sending it.
Yeah, that was good. Well
That was
done.
good.
I'm proud of you for leaving.
Yeah, we didn't have to give you the advice. You already knew what to
Yeah.
do, girl. And this one's kind of funny. So, a guy calls you his girlfriend on the second date to a massage lady.
Obviously, they're on a massage date.
So they went on a second date to the
They're
massage
inflamed.
parlor, and he's like, "This is my girlfriend." She said there is a language barrier. He doesn't speak English, so he might have said it in Indonesian. This is my pacar is boyfriend.
Or in Italian.
This is my, it said in their language, this is my girlfriend. Is this a red flag, or am I the red flag, or is this just a language barrier situation?
No, you're not the red flag.
So we always say to people, like, if he's like love bombing you at the start of the relationship, he's like, you are my wife, my everything, my sun, my moon, my stars.
Yeah.
Then they're like a love bomber, and that's a red flag. But in this situation, he's obviously called you, his girlfriend, to the massage lady on your second date. But maybe in his language,
Just for convenience, maybe.
there is no word for it. The girl I'm seeing.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't even want to be like, oh, this is the boy I'm seeing or the girl I'm seeing.
Yeah, because then like, especially if they're an older generation, they're like,
Yeah, like, remember Mom, when we were seeing your boyfriends, Mom was like, but, like, I don't get it. Like, is he your boyfriend or is he not
like,
your
I'm
boyfriend?
just dating
I don't
this
understand this
guy.
whole texting or seeing thing.
Yeah. So I'm
Is he
sure
your boyfriend or he's not? Yeah.
I don't think you're the red flag at all for thinking it.
No.
You know, good to have your guard up, good to kind of be aware of these situations.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the red flag because, like that, we just said, like, you probably didn't want to be like, the girl I'm dating or the girl I'm seeing. So he's like, this is my girlfriend, whatever. Not that deep. And boys are not actually that deep about. Boys say a lot of things.
They're just logical.
You need they say a lot of things without meaning it. Like, girls would say things with meaning behind it. Boys would just say things like, you know, they call someone their missus. Is missus like my missus and my wife missus, my girlfriend missus, the girl I'm dating missus? Like, what missus do you mean in the
does it mean they're going to be like,
context?
put a ring on your finger?
No. So you more want to focus on boys' actions. Like, they can give you they'll give you the moon, the sun, stars, will they? You have to, like, see their actions. So I don't think he's a red flag either. And the fact that it's like a language barrier and stuff, like, I think just watch his patterns and his actions and see how it plays out.
I think it's kind of cute. I don't really think it means anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't be alarmed.
Yeah, your boyfriend did that when you weren't together, didn't he? He's like, oh, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah, and I used to be like, oh.
Yeah. Well, I was the opposite. Like, the girl was like, oh, don't say that, his girlfriend's right there. So I was right there, and then my boyfriend was there. But we weren't together at the time, and this girl was like, oh, blah, 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 don't say that, his girlfriend's right there. And then my boyfriend was like, oh, no, we're not together because I'm leaving. And then and I was like, you were just after making a big deal out of this. Like, that was just too much. You could have just left it.
It's like in Emily in Paris when, you know? Emily and...
Gabrielle or something.
Gabrielle, they're like, no, we're not seeing each other. I would just like, haha, lol, and just get on with it. Like,
even if I wasn't. Even if it was like my friend or like a stranger I didn't even know. I'm like,
I'm like, lol, whatever.
You know?
Because we both know the truth, you know?
Truth, yeah, exactly.
But anyway, no, I don't think it's a red flag. So... personally, I think it's just like a situation that you've thought too much into and then like made it a deal.
It's like if someone like brushed past
Which
you.
It also seems to be a common theory. If someone brushed past
you on the train, like, oh my god,
he's flirting with me.
You want my number?
It seems to be a common thing these days as well. Sometimes you can think so deeply into things and make them a big deal when they're genuinely not. You know, it's just like says me, like overthinker, like 3,000.
Yeah,
but you know, I think
we all have too much time.
It's a book that you read, The 4 Agreements.
Like, that book.
It's not that personal. Everything is personal. Like, basically, guys, it's not that deep.
Don't think anything personal. I don't remember
the 3 agreements. You don't remember. But it's not that deep. I think if we went around life with the motto of it's not that deep, then we'd all kind of be a bit more, not carefree, but just being like, fuck it.
But I think you should. But, like, it's hard to adopt that attitude, but still.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I'm saying, I'm giving this advice without taking it myself.
Yeah,
which
I agree.
Wish I would more.
The 4 agreements are be impeccable with your words. So that means, like, don't speak bad about people. Like, make sure what you say is just, like, with the highest intention of being, like, pure.
Love that, yeah.
Don't take anything personally, which is what we just discussed. Because, like, Avian could say to me,
I like your top, and you said in a bitchy way.
Yeah, like, you're just being so mean, or like,
I know you didn't mean that.
She could tell me a story about something and I'll relate it back to myself, like, whatever. Anyway, don't make assumptions. So, like, oh, she didn't meet me for the coffee today because she defo doesn't want to go see me. I guess that's taking things personally, but you could be like, oh, you could see a boy and a girl together and be like, they're defo going out, but they could just be colleagues or cousins or something like that. Don't make assumptions and always do your best. Yeah. So, like, then you won't have regrets because you're doing your best in the time you're in.
Yeah.
And people, we always are doing our best in the time we're in. And even if you think you're not and you're like, oh, I could be doing better, you probably are doing your best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're doing best with the knowledge you have, with the energy that you have.
Like, you know, if you look back on a situation with what you've learned, like, in hindsight, you're like, oh, now looking back, I shouldn't have reacted like that. But no, because in the moment,
that's all you knew how to do.
That's all you knew.
That's like your first instinct.
So, like, if you punch someone in the face,
that's all I knew. I only knew how to do fist to face. I didn't know.
I know. Maybe you don't always do your best, but still, it's fine.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Fuck it, guys.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
And lastly, to end on a lighter note, and this definitely isn't that
We need
deep.
a new segment.
Oh, I love this one. What do you mean?
I think it could be more.
No, this is a great one.
Okay.
And this definitely isn't that deep. Beauty in the mundane. The most ordinary things that you found beautiful. What was yours?
You go first.
Rightio. I was in Bangkok at the start of this
so
week. At the start of this week.
Well,
Well,
on FaceTime. Was that this week?
it was last week, but I came back on Sunday, so I mean, I'm going to use it. And yeah, I mean, obviously I've been there before, but being in an environment that's a bit of a change from your thing is always just like so good to make you feel grateful and triggered in the best way. So like I was just walking down, the temperature is so nice over there. It's very dry heat, it's not humid. And I was just like, there were so many beautiful moments on that trip actually, but I was like walking down the street and I videoed it and I was like, I had to take a video to remember it. And I was just like, oh, like when I took the video, it kind of, when I watch a video now, it like re-triggers that feeling of gratitude I felt as walking down the street. I was just like, wow, this is so beautiful. You know, it was just beautiful. It wasn't even, the street wasn't even like that beautiful.
When
it was
you
just
FaceTimed me, that like park that you're in was so nice. It looked like LA or like some like Florida or something.
Yeah, and just like being able to walk like safely and around nature. And then also like we stayed in this apartment where the sun rose on like this on that side. So when you go up in the morning and walked out your room, the sun was like orange fire in the sky, and you were just like, fucking hell, wow. Yeah, best way to start your day every day with nature, as per. Yeah. But yeah, there were so many beautiful moments on the trip, and I recorded then some videos, and now when I look at the videos, I literally get that same feeling again when I look at it. I'm like, oh, wholesome. Oh, that's so nice. So yeah, that was my beauty in the mundane. Just being in a new environment, which would be good if I could find that, and I can if I really dig deep in this environment now, like your everyday environment, to try like find something in your everyday environment that makes you feel that same way. What's yours? I don't know why you hate this segment so much. Actually, so good for making you be grateful for your like.
It's not like I'm not grateful. I could go through my journal right now and like.
Okay, well then, what are you grateful for today? We'll change it to something like that. Jesus Christ!
No, I actually had one.
Okay.
It was a week ago to yesterday.
Okay, go on.
So, it's just so silly.
It doesn't matter.
So like,
no judgment here. Okay.
I got a birthday cake in the restaurant I was in, and like the staff, two staff came over and just started singing to me. No one else in the restaurant, like they were just minding their own business, and the staff just kept the song up going all the way till the end. It was just so cute.
Yeah,
because it was just so.
They were just like,
and they were proper into it as well.
Good, yeah.
Like they were really into it. Aww. It was like as if they were like singing.
Yeah, they could be like, "Happy birthday."
Like if they were singing in like the O2 Arena or something.
Yeah, they were into it. Pitch perfect.
They were taking it serious.
Yeah, and like they went out of their way to make your day special.
Yeah,
they
did.
And they really put their effort.
It was so
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what I'm reading? Actually, no, I can't
Go.
say that. I was going to say my cleaner, but I don't.
Yeah, the person that cleans your house.
No,
it's
but like
included
that sounds so. Like,
it's included in the combination.
I'm really grateful for the guy that works in our house. He's so sweet. He is the cutest ever. Like he wears a little flower behind his ear, and like he's just the cutest. He's just so sweet.
Yeah, love that.
And I gave him some cake, and he's like,
"Oh my god, yeah, you gave me any cake?
That's all gone. It was over a week ago. You only came back on Friday and it was stale. I had to throw it in the bin."
Yeah, your boyfriend texted me. He was like, "Got some cake for you here," and I was like, "I think it might be gone off by the time I get home."
Well, to be honest, I nearly ate the full thing myself, and this thing was big.
I could.
It wasn't little. It was a big cake.
I could.
He had one slice.
But
I had the rest.
What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for this week? What make you...
Better be this podcast.
Yeah, better be this podcast and all the great advice that we're giving. I hope you're taking notes.
Yeah, like because we are life coaches, as we've said.
Definitely not.
And everything we should be taken as every, like, write it down.
Yeah.
Get it tattooed
not with a
on
pinch
you.
of salt. No, I'm joking. I'm definitely winging life. And I give good advice. And
No,
I'm like,
joking.
Why can't I fucking take that
Sometimes
myself?
I don't. Like,
I think that's the
I
best.
used to be better at giving advice.
No.
I think it's when I read more I get good at giving advice.
Yeah, when you're just more in your own, centered in your own self,
Higher
you
self.
can give better advice.
Absolutely.
I'm the same.
Absolutely.
I feel like just lock myself away and being a monk.
I'm going to start a new book by the time you talk to me next week, I'm going to start Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, because I've already read his Breaking the Habit, Being Yourself, and it was a great book. And my boyfriend loves Becoming Supernatural.
Amazing.
So he's advised me to read it. So guys, Becoming Supernatural
Okay.
by Joe Dispenza.
Yes. So we will.
We're going to be aliens next time you see us.
Supernatural. It's like this.
Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast.
Oh, I can do it this one.
With the Star Trek
did you do that?
and sign. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so we'll wrap it up here. It was a good one. Again, we're so grateful for everyone that sent stuff in this week. It was actually
thanks
very
for the interaction.
interactive. Yeah, we love it. Have a beautiful, amazing weekend.
Have a great February.
A great February. We're not gonna have Valentine's Day, so you're gonna hear us before that. But have a great start to your February.
Tuesday.
March, I think.
Is it?
Or
Shrove
actually,
Tuesday.
maybe it's 6. I don't know. We'll
40 days before Easter.
But yeah, have a beautiful February, a beautiful weekend. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.
We hope we kept you entertained for this last, 40-something minutes, I think. And we will see you in next week's episode.
See you in the next one.
The love episode.
Yeah.
Single or not single, female Galentine's.
We're going to have
not
a
female
speed dating.
No, we're not. We're definitely not. We're just going to talk about all things love. No, we're not really. We're just going to...
Imagine we got like someone in and like asked them about their relationship and stuff, and like how they have like a real strong couple. That'd be interesting. Yeah. And how they keep their relationship healthy. So I'll just get my boyfriend in here.
But anyway,
one here.
We might do something fun next week, actually, or we'll do something fun when the weeks which includes a coffee order. Anyway, say more.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyway, see you in next week's episode, and have a beautiful,
have a fabulous Friday,
day, week, month,
weekend,
year, life.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.